Hey, hi, welcome back to whatever part of the VODs this is, if you're even watching the VODs. Here's a catch up of things that happened since the VOD where I said, hi, we're gonna stop here and I'm gonna go get Corgi and we're gonna play a game. My brain hurts too bad to play game. And now we're sitting here chatting and I'm waiting for my food to get here so I can feel better about my brain.
Yep. Is make you and your brain feel better.
Holding us hostage till food gets here. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably hold Corgi hostage here for a little bit longer, and then I'll let them go. And then I'll start doing the model kit stuff probably. But
Sent voluntarily.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna keep you here forever.
Yeah, understandable.
And we will make up for it some other time. I'm gonna dip. Thank you for coming, Luca. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, see you later, Luca.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't think.
It's okay. I don't either.
I don't be thinking. You know what I can do while we're waiting? I can look at all the fan art that I got that I haven't really had time to process. The couple of pieces. That, oh good God. Actually, most of it's already on screen. There's this. Can I display gifts?
Hey, you got those nice posters behind you.
Yeah, those are all. That's most of it actually. I'm about to find out if you can display a GIF on OBS. Oh, you can.
I actually haven't tried to display a GIF on OBS.
You can display a GIF on OBS. Look at this GIF that
that's so cute.
Octopus made for me today.
That's so cute.
I know. I was so. Oh, I didn't even notice the fucking V-Ranger poster up there, or like the TV.
V-Ranger wanted.
Wanted.
They're on to you. I still gotta play Valhalla. I plan on doing that on stream once I have room in my games queue for it.
I'm putting a gun to your fucking head and I'm making you do it.
Oh, okay. Understandable.
I actually don't mind. I'm content at the moment because Hiragi streamed it, and also yesterday I got to watch another streamer finish Night in the Woods.
Ah, yes.
So I'm pretty content with the games that I get to make people play.
Night in the Woods. That was the first game that I finished, actually.
Ever? In your whole life?
Yeah, in my whole life. Exactly. You got it. You got it, boss. That was the first game I played all the way through ever.
It's just that good.
It's just that good.
It's really.
But yeah,
just that
good. It did not need to be long to grip me by the neck.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Emerald. Have fun with your boba.
Changed my brain chemistry.
Made you worse.
Yeah.
Made you more autism.
Yes. I define media as good based on how much more autistic it can make me. The best media is stuff that makes me activate all my syndromes at once.
Yeah, that's what Night in the Woods does.
Yeah,
Night in the Woods actually gives you new syndromes.
Yeah. Permanently alters whatever's going on in your head.
You're like, yeah, it's fine, I'm good. And then you play it and you're like, oh. The syndromes.
You think about it, and you're like, damn.
Oh, the
syndromes. I need to
syndromes.
replay it sometime for B's route.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I only hung out with our friend Greg, our best friend Greg.
Greg rules.
Greg rules, okay?
Greg rules. I think of all the people that I've made play the game, I think you and one other person have consciously picked Greg first. Most people I see play the game pick me first.
Well, I was conflicted about it.
Yeah.
but you know, I was like, Greg has gay autism.
Greg
I have gay
rules.
autism. Greg rules, okay? I think because I was playing it, Mocha was the one who got it for me, and because I was playing it under their advisement, I think they also urged me to pick Greg first. So.
Oh yeah. Mocha knows what's up.
Mocha does tend to know what's up, yeah.
Maybe I should make Mocha play Valhalla.
Maybe you should. They do like visual novel stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like the kind of thing they'd like.
My biggest claim to fame is that I delayed the actual start of Valhalla by over a week in Hiragi's streams because I made them do the prologue stuff first, which is, in my opinion, required. But I was like, I grossly underestimated the amount of time that would take, and it took like 5 hours. And I was like,
oh my god.
and I was like,
That's
this is
fun.
great. This is great. I mean, they loved it. Everyone loved it. Everyone had a good time. They were like, I'm glad you said something. I'm like, yeah. Well, it's not what I intended. I was like, it'll take like 2 hours at most, and then you can get started on the real game. And then I forgot that like this is not how live streams work.
Yeah.
And also that even like people don't work through text as fast as I do.
Yeah. Well, when I'm playing a game by myself, I get through it much faster. Like I've been zooming through the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Oh my
but
god.
I know if I streamed that shit, I'd be there for like 80 hours because I'd have to give everyone funny voices.
That game takes me so long. I'm still not done with it. Because it takes, those cases are so tremendously fucking long. I've literally played 30 hours. I'm on like case 3 or some shit.
Oh no, that's about normal. The first game is like 40 something hours, and then the second one is, I think, even longer a little bit.
Yeah, it's like just in like Great Ace Attorney is literally like built specifically for people who have already played every Ace Attorney game, or like, I know exactly how every trial goes, and Great Ace Attorney's like, no, you fucking don't, idiot. You think you know what's going on? You have no fucking idea.
Well, I didn't know what was going on anyway, so
yeah,
I was honestly interested by the premise, and that's why I picked it up. But I really should play the others.
You should play them. They're free on Stealing.
On what?
On the Nintendo DS on your computer.
Oh yeah, the one that I own completely.
The free Nintendo DS that everybody. I actually like. I almost kind of honestly recommend that you play the original DS well, they're not the the original DS releases, because they used pixel graphics, like the original pixel style. The HD ports that you can get on the Nintendo Switch have all been replaced with drawn sprites, and they just lack something to me. That might just be because I grew up with the older sprites, but to me they sort of lack something. I don't know. I've never actually, even though I own the HD collection, I've never finished it because I played the game so many times with the original style that I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can get that. I probably will end up doing it
also, it's
on
free.
my completely legal DS.
It's completely free.
Yeah.
And you can play all 4 Ace Attorney games, and then you can, that's all of them, and there's no Ace Attorney 5 or 6.
Oh.
And those games don't exist.
So?
Yeah.
I see.
Imagine, if you will, that you are a creator and a sort of a writer, a creator, a director, if you will, and you write.
I don't have to imagine.
And you create a trilogy of extremely well-received visual novels, and then you create a sequel to that trilogy of extremely well-received visual novels, where you advance the story in the world by removing the agency of the original playable character and placing you in a new playable character. It's setting up a sequence of events that would change sort of the way that the world operates in your game, and also sort of pushing forward with a new story and a new protagonist. And then your parent company decided to greenlight a sequel without you, and went back to your original protagonist without your input. Imagine that.
That would kind of
Imagine
suck.
if you were fucking Nasu. Okay, imagine if like, imagine a completely different scenario. Fate Zero came out first, right? In this world, in our world now. I'm making this up, right? Fate Zero came out first, and of course the protagonist being Kitsugu, and then Fate Stay Night comes out, and there's a new protagonist who sort of like goes off of, like, as a launching point off of the original protagonist, right? Like, you know, he was something of a mentor figure. There's like echoes of the original protagonist in him, and like things of that nature, right?
Right.
And you think, wow, this is a really good continuation of the themes and world of the original story, which in this case is Fate Zero, pretending that Fate Zero is good. And then, like, I don't know, Fate 3 comes out, and it's fucking Kiritsugu again. Despite the fact that he died?
So basically it would be like if Nasu had a parent company when he wrote Fate Stay Night, and that parent company was like, hey, you're gonna write this game called Fate Hollow Ataraxia, and he was like, what?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I'm understanding.
But if just like they ignore, like if you just ignored the clear like passing of the torch between protagonists and just magicked away back for the original protagonist to come back to life. Not that Phoenix Wright dies in Ace Attorney 4, but he's no longer the
law license.
Yeah, he gets disbarred in Ace Attorney 4. And then in Ace Attorney 5, he's just back again. And they just sort of hand wave it away with like, yeah, he's fine now. Which,
crazy.
And then Apollo Justice is reduced to like a side character amongst all the other side characters who've been reduced to side characters.
That's kind of sad.
It is sad. And also the writing, it just sucks because none of the original, like, actual people who gave a shit about the franchise have anything to do with it anymore. So it's just
well, then I will keep that in mind.
A hollow shell of its former self. Genuinely, most people consider that the only good Ace Attorney game since Ace Attorney 4 is Great Ace Attorney, which for a long time we just assumed would never actually be ported to the West because these games are actually pretty old.
Yeah, well, I know that it's got to do with the fact that, like, Phoenix Wright is one of those Japanese games that they went hardcore on localizing.
Yep.
To the point where they were like, yeah, this takes place in America.
Yep.
California. And so then, you know, you have an actual Japanifornia.
Yes.
And then you have an actual Japanese protagonist, and they have to deal with the fact that this is a Japanese guy coming to Britain, and they're like,
not only that, but he is unquestionably Phoenix Wright's ancestor.
Yes. And his name is Naruhodo, like it was always meant to be.
Yes. Very, very, very funny. But yeah, that's for a long time they just wouldn't do it because they couldn't like Americanize it or whatever.
The best thing that they did was decide to like not do that.
Yep.
And keep it at its core, like, you know, a story about Japanese people being in a culture that
is so racist.
That is so racist that they admire, and then everybody like almost calls them slurs. Like,
yeah,
it's insane.
Do you know what's fucking hilarious about the localization of Ace Attorney? In the Ace Attorney trilogy, Maya, whose Japanese name I don't quite remember, frequently talks about her likes of like cheeseburgers. Because she loves cheeseburgers. In the Japanese text, she's talking about ramen a lot. She loves ramen, which is like pretty harmless on its own, I guess. Whatever, right? Of all the other things they changed, Maya's favorite food being American cheeseburgers instead of Japanese noodles is like whatever. Except that in Ace Attorney 4, one of the major characters in the first case is the fucking noodle stand guy that Maya and Phoenix have been fucking eating at for years. And so they obviously can't, because the localizations can't like change assets in the game, just the text, right? So
Right.
suddenly, to an American player, they've entered this new bit into canon where Phoenix and Maya have been eating at a specific noodle stand for like the entirety of their fucking lives together, and you've never heard of it before. Because in the English text, Maya would always talk about going out for burgers instead of noodles.
That's so stupid.
It's so dumb, and they couldn't write around it, so they didn't even try.
You know, I gotta at least give them points for being funny about it.
Yeah, they didn't even make a joke. Like they just had to give up. They couldn't do anything about it. They just straight gave up.
What, like, how old is like the first Phoenix Wright game? When
Phoenix Wright is like 2003, I think.
Okay, I see.
It's from an era where it made sense for them to Americanize.
Yeah, because they did that with the first Persona game too.
Whew.
They localized it, so
Yes.
like.
Yeah, actually, Phoenix Wright. Let's see. The original Phoenix Wright was released in the Game Boy on 2001, but it wasn't ported until the West until 2005, which is still sort of around the era where it made sense for Capcom to want to do that kind of thing.
Right.
Because Ace Attorney is a pretty Japanese game about the Japanese court system and Japanese society.
Yeah.
And I guess
Anime
they
wasn't
figured...
mainstream at the time
No,
enough for them to be like, yep, Westerners are going to know all about Japanese culture.
Fuck, I mean, nobody knows about Japanese... I mean, there's still people who don't understand that Ace Attorney isn't about... Well, I mean, it is wacky, stupid, silly, but like... that all of the insane bullshit that happens in the Ace Attorney courtroom is a parody, or satire really, of actual Japanese court law. And people are like, there's no way that, like, Miles Edgeworth's 100% conviction rate is completely insane, like, obviously, like, played up, like, no. That's just how Japanese prosecutors work. That's how Japanese police work. Like... There's an entire bit in the first game about somebody whose life was destroyed because they were wrongfully accused of a crime. And the stigma that carried that, even though they were proven innocent, the stigma of the trial ruined their life forever. Because that's how it works there.
Yeah, no, they, like, if you get convicted of a crime, especially in Japan, like, good luck finding a fucking job after that.
Yeah.
But I know that, like, I know that another thing is that, like, in America, obviously, when you're at, like, a hearing, both parties have to submit evidence to the court first for approval before they use it in court.
Yes.
But in Japan, they can just whip out whatever the fuck and be like, hey, here's this evidence that nobody saw before.
Yep. That's exactly what happens in Ace Attorney in, like, case 2 or case 3. Is Edgeworth whips out a fucking modified autopsy report, and as an American you might be tempted to think that's against court procedure. Well, you might if you knew anything about court procedure. That's against court procedure.
Fair,
you have
Americans don't anyway. So.
Yeah. Like that's against court procedure. You can't do that. You can in Japan. They just let you do that.
They just let you do that. So yeah, I know also that Japanese courts don't have an official jury.
Nope.
Which I think is the reason why they only instituted the jury system in the Great Ace Attorney.
Well, yeah. The jury system was a new gameplay gimmick for Great Ace Attorney because there is no. That's why the first case that takes place in the Japanese courtroom,
you got no jury.
There's just the judge.
Yep.
Because that's how Japanese courts go. That's how every case in Ace Attorney goes, except for at the very end of case. Well, this is spoilers. Doesn't matter. There's a plot point about trying to implement a jury system in one of the later Ace Attorney games to like change Japan's court system because it doesn't work.
Right.
But yeah, that's why the jury system is so new to like. That's why the jury system gets a lot of attention in Ace Attorney Chronicles because it's unusual to the Japanese law.
Yeah.
And didn't catch on.
Yep.
And also it makes the game fucking harder.
It does make the game harder. I get so fucking annoyed with the jury, actually. Like, okay, mechanically speaking, it's cool and all, and I'm like, okay, I see what they were doing with this. They had a good idea here. But then I'm doing this trial, and I'm like, you guys are all so fucking racist. Can you be quiet?
Yeah. Like I said, like Greatest Attorney, I'm pretty sure was specifically designed in mind for longtime Ace Attorney fans to throw them all. I mean, it was also designed for newcomers because you can easily pick it up and play it. But like, there's a lot of things that you might not pick up on since you've never played any of the older games. But there's a lot of like tropes and like cliches of the older games that they'll start to like turn into, and you'll start to think to yourself, "Oh, okay, I know how this is gonna go because I've played this 100 times," and then it doesn't go like that. Like a character stops the action, or like something that's only specific to British law comes up instead of Japanese law, and then you're thrown out the fucking deep end because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Which really makes you feel in tune with the fucking character because he also doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Except
What I really enjoy about Ryunosuke is that like his perception stat is like a 10, and then his intelligence stat is like a solid
0.
3. It's I want to be more generous than that, but like literally just earlier, like I read a conversation he was having with Susato where he was like, "Yeah, whenever the doctor prescribes me something to take daily, I just take all the doses at once because I don't like taking medicine. I'm getting it out of the way."
Bro,
like, how are you still alive?
You are insane.
Everybody in that game is insane. Ryunosuke just thinks he's normal.
He is, yeah. Ryunosuke is so funny. My favorite part about him is his willingness to abuse archaic British law to win trials. When they start coming out with that, like, whatever that mechanic is, the, like, comeback mechanic, when you have to convince the jurors to fucking argue with each other.
Examination, yeah.
And every time he does it, they get fucking pissed off at him because it's like, we don't really do that anymore. And he's like, but it's still in the books, bitch, let me do it. It's like, okay, fucking dickhead.
Yeah, but it works every time.
Yeah, but it works
every single time, and every single time Van Zeeks is like, "You fucking Nipponese."
You fucking slur.
Insert slur here.
Yo, Maru! Thank you so much for the raid. We're talking about Ace Attorney slurs. Yeah, you know, his fucking Yusuke having high constitution is actually a through joke for his fucking descendant. Because Phoenix gets hit by a car in Ace Attorney 4 and he just has a sprained ankle. That's it. He gets hit by like a car full force and he's fine. He gets electrocuted, stabbed, beaten. He falls off a bridge at one point.
That's insane.
And he's just fine every time. He fell off a bridge like down a ravine and he was in the hospital for like 16 hours. He was poisoned, electrocuted, shot at, beaten.
This guy's trying to be the next Rasputin.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And nothing kills him.
I like the sort of like slapstick nature of the games though, because like
it's funny.
They're very good at getting into like, you know, the serious reasons behind why people do things and like the serious nature of the crimes. But everybody's just so extra about it.
Yeah.
Nobody can murder anybody normally. So you go through the case and you're like, this wouldn't fucking happen in real life.
You know, they used to be kind of normal. In like Ace Attorney 1, it was just like, yeah, he shot him. It was just like, whatever. I mean, mostly.
Mostly.
But it was like, as it got on, it got more fucking stupid. And it was to the point where it's like, yeah, I couldn't even describe any of the murders in Greatest Attorney. Thank you for coming, Moira.
The only reason that I was not completely thrown off was because I'd played Danganronpa before, and all of them are fucking stupid.
Stupid.
All of them are stupid. They're literally so convoluted, and they don't need to be, and you're like, why are high schoolers doing this? But, you know, it's fine. So I get to the Great Ace Attorney cases, and I'm like, you know, this wouldn't happen in real life, but this is very much in line with a game that does not take itself 100% seriously.
Maru, thank you again for the raid. But what were you doing, by the way? Were you watching Eurovision? Is that what you were doing today? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
That's a thing. Yeah, Ace Attorney is great at taking itself very seriously and also not like in such a fashion that it gives you fucking whiplash. Because and the fucking music does all of that work for you when you're just like watching a really serious scene and then Sherlock will say the dumbest fucking thing you've ever heard in your entire life.
God.
And the fucking his theme starts playing and you're like, I want to die. Herlock Sholmes, my best friend Herlock Sholmes.
My best friend Herlock Sholmes. He's such a. It's crazy because I can't call him stupid, but like he's stupid, you know?
He is stupid. You don't have to pretend he's not stupid. He's completely moronic.
I mean, he is, but also he has scientific knowledge and no idea of how to apply it.
He comes to the most completely stupid conclusions I've ever seen in my life. It's baffling.
It is baffling.
And every time, Yunosuke would be like, yeah? No.
Dang, that's
yeah.
crazy.
What about that? But what if this happened instead? And he's like, that's what I said, idiot.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. Ukraine won Eurovision? Wow, nice. That's nice. That's neat. I've never actually seen Eurovision, but I know that's a big deal for you, like Europeans.
Yeah, I know when Eurovision is going on because every European on Twitter posts about it at once.
I didn't hear a lot about it this year on Tumblr. Usually I hear a lot about it. Maybe I just missed it all because I've been really busy this month. Yeah, big deal for Europeans.
I feel like people might also have a more
nuanced,
unfortunate opinion of Eurovision because they banned Russia from Eurovision, but not Israel, despite their war crimes.
Right, yeah. Well,
people might take issue with that, understandably.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't even know what goes on besides that they do dances and stuff.
They do gay stuff.
They do gay stuff. Good for them.
Oh.
So it's for us European gays. So what? It's like Drag Race, but for Europeans, and you make a comment.
I think it's more culturally important than Drag Race.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
I don't see. Look, I don't pay attention to
the cultural importance of Drag Race.
The cultural importance of Drag Race. Yeah, I don't pay attention to trends like that. I see people talk about stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm glad you all are having fun, and then I don't. I simply do not know.
Didn't watch the year Israel hosted. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't want to judge you or anything. I don't want to get into the European politics that I'm not a part of. Yeah, Eurovision is I don't know. I don't think there's really anything that you can compare it to that's American that is quite as meaningful, because it's a lot of countries. It's not because America's just one country.
True.
Every country is representing their own culture there.
All we got is football, which is stupid.
Football. It's imagine if American Idol was meaningful and not trashy. Imagine if every state. First of all, imagine if American states had enough culture to warrant such a thing, independent culture of each other to warrant such a thing. And then imagine that every state all performed musical numbers with elaborate routines and costuming, theming their own culture, to represent themselves, kind of thing, is what I'm pretty sure I imagine, is what I think I understand Eurovision to be. It's a cultural celebration.
The Olympics of American
Idol, but for Europe. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
that's probably
it. I completely understand now. I think that if we had some kind of equivalent of Eurovision regarding U.S. states, then United States citizens might actually know states better.
I know the states because of black
them don't. Americans are so poorly educated, we be not even knowing our own geography.
Americans don't even know what countries are in Europe.
That's true. I took a geopolitics course that talked about how Americans are based on research, not just uneducated with regard to like what countries are in Europe, but like weirdly proud of it. Like they think they don't need to know about all these countries.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
People don't know where Ukraine is. You couldn't point out Ukraine on a fucking map.
Yeah.
This is much in the way one can enjoy Japanese idols without being Japanese, enjoy Eurovision without being Europe. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely can, but I don't know if American television airs Eurovision?
I don't think it does.
I mean, I don't really watch television anymore, but I've never seen... You do live here from South America, that's right, yeah. But it is like... It's aired on Peacock. What the hell is Peacock?
Peacock TV, I've never heard of that.
You watch it on YouTube with a VPN. I mean, yeah, oh yeah. It's just like... It's not like... What I mean is that it's not exactly like... advertised to us as something that we should care about as Americans. Like, never in my... I don't think I really even knew Eurovision existed until... I don't know, like college, maybe?
Yeah,
because I just never didn't hear about it, like, growing up or anything. Unless it's... I mean, that's been going on for a while, I assume. Right?
Until I noticed it being talked about online, I did not know what the fuck it was. Like, I never hear it talked about in regular conversation in real life.
No, I don't think most Americans are tuning into Eurovision.
Yeah. Not that I have any, like, you know, compunctions or anything about it, but I also am the kind of person who just kind of does not care about TV. Television.
What about football?
I don't care about TV. I care even less about football. In fact, if it were up to me, I would, if I were to become president right now and be able to pass an executive order, I would immediately ban football as like a widely funded...
All football is banned forever.
All football is banned forever. Yeah, I like, if you want to do it on your own time, that's fine, but no more stadiums.
No more football at all.
No football at all, okay, sure. No football at all.
Football!
It's such a, like, stupid, dangerous sport, but, like, what's even worse is seeing how people worship it, so it's like, I don't know. I am not into that.
That's okay, Mara. We weren't really talking about anything anyway, to be honest. We're just sort of stalling for time.
Well, we were talking about Ace Attorney.
We were talking about Ace Attorney, and now we're talking about gay people, which is kind of the same thing.
That's true. True.
I took a sports law class in college, which is kind of interesting, that I really only did for credits. And you you really... I don't know if you've ever researched how dangerous football is, but it's more dangerous than you think it. Like, however dangerous you think football is, it's worse, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. Especially because the NFL actively suppresses research into brain damage.
Oh, of course it does.
Or how safe their helmets really are. Or long-term brain damage side effects of like linebackers and stuff.
Yeah, no, these dudes are out by the time they're in their mid-30s.
Yeah, and then they die in their 50s and their brain's full of fucking holes from trauma.
Yeah.
There have been players, I can't remember, don't quote me too hard on this because it's been years since I've researched these kind of things, but there have been players who literally just, like, lost higher brain functions because, like, as they went older, their brain just started decaying from all the damage. And, like, when they autopsied the dude, there was just, like, holes in his brain. I think he was a Steelers player, but don't quote me on this too hard because I don't remember the details. And I haven't really gone back. Do you know what's actually even more dangerous than football? Do you know what, like, the most dangerous physical sport is? It's hockey.
What?
Hockey.
Hockey?
Hockey.
Oh, I believe that.
Deadly.
I believe that.
Especially with the precipice of players fucking punching each other in the head.
I know that for one, it's made violent not just by skates and ice, but by the fact that everybody who plays and watches hockey is super violent about it.
Yes, they're all psychos.
Yep.
Sports fan, I do not enjoy watching it. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't study anything about European soccer, which is, I know it's just European football, but I'm going to call it European soccer so everybody knows what I'm talking about. I didn't study anything about European soccer, but I'm under the impression that it is quite honestly way less dangerous to its players because physical contact is discouraged. Isn't that correct? I don't play soccer. I don't really watch much sports, or like the only sport I was ever interested in was fencing, which is also bad for you, but not like catastrophically bad for you. It's bad for your knees.
That makes sense.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the ready position, like when you're fencing, your knees are bent and you're putting weight on them constantly. Like you're never like when you're standing, your knees aren't really bent that much, right?
My girlfriend actually fenced for a while.
What'd you say?
Zai actually fenced for a while.
What style do you know?
I think it was German. So I'm not sure how dangerous that was.
Well, there's saber, there's epee, and there's foil.
Oh,
but I'll just have to
it.
Foil, yeah. Oh, I think my food is here, but I'm gonna finish my sentence. No, actually I'm not, because I don't want to let it sit outside. But it's styles have to do with what's on target and what's not and stuff. But if you said that Zai did saber, I was gonna call them psycho, because saber fences are insane.
I mean, Zai would be insane enough to do something like that, to be honest.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my food.
Okay, ramen time.
Ramen time.
I will babysit chat in the meantime. How's everybody doing today? It is a lovely Saturday evening. Slightly rainy outside where I am. My cat is curled up on my bed, and he's kind of giving me this look like he knows I'm talking about him. His eyes are slightly narrowed, like he's telling me to be careful with my words, or else he might just get up and walk all over my keyboard. But I have had a very productive day in the sense that I did my laundry, and then I played a bunch of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and didn't really do much of anything else. Oh, besides watch V. Salami? You had little salami as a treat? I actually don't remember the last time I had salami, so I don't know if I even have an opinion on it. I do tend to like schmeat, though. Give the dog some schmeat. Whenever I get a new kind of schmeat, like something I'm cooking a meal with, I will take some unseasoned parts and mix it in with my cat's food, and he goes insane over it. Oh, you don't got to apologize for taking over. This is basically we're just chatting at this point. Still emotional over Ukraine winning Eurovision. Now you're gonna have some celebratory ice cream. Yeah, ice cream. I actually have some ice cream in the freezer. I should go get that. You and your mom checked out the school she's considering moving jobs to. Oh, is your mom a teacher? My condolences. Being a teacher is a very hard job right now. As I can attest to.
Harden. What?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I was trying to make a penis joke. It didn't really come out right.
Oh, because of hard.
It's hard and it's long.
Yeah, I work long, hard hours at the penis factory.
Every day I cock in for my shaft at the penis factory.
Oh, she's a preschool teacher. See, that's exactly the thing, though. Like, the kids are never the problem with schools. No. I get so mad when, like, other teachers and people talk about how much they hate the fucking kids. No! The school is the one treating us like shit. The administration is full of morons with six-figure salaries. Why are we allowing this? Anyway, Higgins came over to say hi. Hi, Higgins. Higgins, do you wanna meow for us? No. Do you have something to say, Boo-Boo? He's so chatty with me usually, but only when he wants something.
What does he want?
What do you have to say to the chat, Higgins?
I'm gonna try
nothing
to
apparently. He just sat down on the floor. Okay, bye, Marissa.
Bye.
Thank you for dropping by.
Bye. Okay. This is
Have you unpacked your spoils?
No, I'm trying to set up a camera so I can like have it out on stream. And also because I need to set up a camera for GoPro anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Ow. Ow.
Bump Queen wants you to Drinkos liquid.
Oh. Yeah, let me get that. Let me Drinkos that real quick. Slurp.
I also did Drinkos liquid in your honor.
Thank you. I'm dead now. How do you think this is gonna work? I'm wondering. I'm talking to myself. Like, how do you think? What is in your mind? How exactly in your mind do you think this is gonna go? Well, I don't know.
Huh?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out how exactly this is gonna work, and I haven't really figured it out yet.
Okay, Queen, take your time.
I'm trying to see if I can do this without unplugging my microphone.
Ah.
I had planned to take a break and figure this out, but I don't think I need to. I can just do it. I can do it while I have you here in company while I figure it out. My favorite dog, Corgi, my friend. I went downstairs to get the food, and Biscuit was there.
Huh?
Biscuit, my cat, Biscuit, he was there. And he was sitting on top of the fridge and he yelled at me.
That's cute. I hope Bisky knows that I love him.
Biscuit.
Pitsuji and Bump Queen both gave you a kissy.
Mwah, thank you.
Give Bisky a kissy too.
I will if he comes in here.
Higgins, come here. I'm gonna give you a kissy.
Higgins.
Mwah. I gave him a big wet kissy. He didn't like that. He jumped out of my lap.
Hater.
His fur is still slightly damp because he was giving himself a bath earlier. And I was like watching him do that, and he kept like glancing over at me. Like he was bothered that I was watching him.
He was actually making sure you were still looking.
Yeah. Are you watching? Are you seeing that I'm licking my asshole?
Look.
Good. And now he's flopped on the floor like an idiot. I knew I wouldn't have to buy a bed for this guy because like he'll literally lay on any surface. I don't understand it. But I do need to get him as a box to sit in or something. He has his carrier, but I ordered a fun little cat box thing that is like modeled after a Japanese food stand, because I thought that was really cute.
That is cute.
So that will be fun. We'll see if he likes it. He likes having his own little spaces, and he likes dangly toys. He also likes clawing at my hands and feet when he gets excited, which is awesome. I have many scars to prove how many battles I've won.
Fucking gets you.
He literally fucking gets me. I'll just be petting him and he'll grab me and bite me, and I'm like, why?
Fucking grabbing and biting and attacking you.
He is attacking me. He's so violent. Well, he's not attacking me right now. Where is he? Where'd he go? I don't know where he went off to.
Just watch the road video.
Whatever, my room's not that big.
It's awesome. Is it a bad route? Like, do you think the rage was appropriate? I'm maximum efforting this right now. I'm trying so hard. If this camera doesn't work, I'm gonna cry so hard. I'm gonna cry and scream and fucking...
Free V. I don't know anything about tech, but I'm supporting from the sidelines.
Thank you. Okay. Here goes camera. Ooh, it's working.
This.
I'm so cool, by the way, and the best at technology. We did order my dinner. It's actually here right now.
Yeah, we're about to see it.
This is not quite.
So quiet, I realized that Higgins was sitting under my chair, waiting for a moment to claw at my unsuspecting feet.
Higgins, the fuck, bro?
Higgins, maybe you shouldn't touch my feet. Maybe you should put your claws away. I think commuting just sucks in general.
Communism? You think communism sucks?
Commuting sucks. I think communism is cool, actually.
Collectively.
Collectively.
Can we collectively agree that communism is based?
It is based. On what? On being awesome.
It's based on the collective. It's based on the needs of the collective.
Yeah, it's based on the needs of the collective. It's based on Karl Marx having a ginormous brain.
And penis.
And is your argument that Karl Marx had a giant penis?
It's not. I'm not arguing. I'm telling.
Oh.
It's based. I'm telling you what it's based on.
You've seen it personally.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, you were there.
I was there when he created communism.
He had his cock out when he created communism.
Yeah.
Should have called it cockmunism.
Got him. Okay, where's my Oh, there they are. Yep, this is good. This is good. This is based.
Are you winning?
Almost. Oh, that's why I can't move it.
I'm not winning. Higgins is getting me again.
Get him back.
I am. Oh, I got him. Do you have anything to say for yourself, young man? To the members of the jury?
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Speak. Atone for your sins. Plead guilty for your crimes.
Alright. Okay. The camera.
Oh shit. Vivish. Oh, your nails look so nice.
Thank you. There. I didn't yesterday. But I need to close the door. This is maybe the worst version of my setup so far. I wish you could see how fucking stupid everything is. I wish I could open this bag.
The So we can only see part of how stupid it is.
This is what gunpla tools are for, by the way. Cutting plastic bags that I can't open.
Nice.
It?
You can see it through the plastic.
Did I order 2 bowls of ramen?
Did you?
They gave me 2 bowls of ramen.
They gave you 2 bowls of ramen?
Did I accidentally order 2 bowls of ramen? I can't look at my phone. Hold on. They accidentally gave me 2 bowls of ramen. What the fuck?
Are you winning?
They gave me 2 bowls of fucking ramen.
Win for V? Hey, you can give the other one to your fiancé.
No.
Or you can eat it yourself if you're so inclined. Free ramen.
1, craft your own. They gave me 2 bowls of ramen. What the fuck? Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh shit. Yeah, they did that just for her. They knew. They were like, oh shit, V's got a Donothon going. We have to support her in our own way. And they decided they'd give her double the good food. Just cuz. She deserves it.
What?
I'm literally looking at like the runny yolk of those onsen eggs and like salivating a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, check this out. Check this out.
What? 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 Kitty! It's Kitty fucking Cat. It's Biscuit from Kitty Cat. Look at him! Oh my god, Biscuit! 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 How are you getting him to tolerate that?
He loves being picked up. Well, he tolerates anything, honestly. He tolerates whatever.
One of those cats. That's awesome. What a funny little guy. Doubloons! Oh my god, he's got 8 of them.
Why do you look like an alien? What's wrong with you? Alright.
He has a weird little face.
Alright, you can go. You can go. Get up. Get! Ah! Can you bring me that cat?
You think he tried to steal a bit of her ramen? I wouldn't be surprised. Cats are known to do that sort of thing. See, when I was eating my ramen earlier, Pippin tried to have its whole face in it. Yeah? I would steal a ramen. Is that Moo Baby?
It's Moo Baby. She's not gonna like this.
Aw.
She doesn't want to turn around.
That's okay.
Yeah, pay to work.
I love being reminded of her presence.
These seem to be different, but like I'm not sure exactly what's different about them. So I guess I kind of want this one.
Okay. I'll either eat it or I will not. Chelsea?
Here's the sauce.
The sauce.
The drink. Careful, it's hot.
Thank you for providing me.
Damn, let's
They're
go.
literally free. I checked the receipt and everything. They literally just gave me free. They didn't give me a drink though.
Thank you so much.
They stiffed me on a fucking drink, but they gave me an extra bowl of ramen.
Right.
In all fairness, the ramen is more
Oh,
expensive.
right.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. The ramen is more expensive. But fuck it. What did that drink? Alright.
So you got squid ink?
No, I don't think so. I'm not really sure. I'm honestly not even sure what I'm looking at here. I'm not quite sure this is what I ordered.
It looks like squink.
I don't want whatever that is. I'm very picky about greens. Sorry if you had to find this out.
No, I understand. I like green onions in ramen, but if I see cabbage in that shit, I am taking it out.
There's the green onions, baby girl. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, because green onions also are like so small you don't even notice them when they're all chopped up. But like,
there's so much egg in this.
I really wish I could have one of those. I drool when I
bring you one
with runny oat. Yes. I like that they have you pour in the broth separately. That's kind of cool.
Now, if you've ever had, a lot of places do this that deliver. It's so it doesn't get mushy by the time it gets to you.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yep. 1 million eggs. 1 trillion tickets sold. Open. There's that tempura shrimp that I promised everybody.
From heaven.
Damn. Oh yeah. I'm already eating, so it's too late. Oh my god. It's really good. I hate to tell you that, it's so good.
Ikimasu.
It's so good.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
It's really fluffy.
Nice. Have you ever had tempura ice cream?
No, actually.
It's so interesting. There was this Asian restaurant that I went to when I was interning in DC. I went there like at least once a week for lunch while I was there, to the point where like the server who was usually there recognized me. And I would always order this like big awesome bowl of udon, like the best udon I've ever had, because it didn't have any fucking cabbage in it.
Nice.
And one time when I went there, I brought the rest of my coworkers there because they were gonna see me off. It was my last day, and I ordered the tempura red bean ice cream, and it was really interesting. I actually really liked the feel of like the fried batter with the ice cream, but also the fried batter was pretty rich. So I was like, I don't know if I can eat all of this.
Did you eat all of it though?
I ate about half of it. To be fair, I'd had a very big bowl of ramen beforehand and some gyoza, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, what, fucking time is it? It is 7 p.m., which means we're actually on track for the dinner thing.
Nice. Everybody's dream.
Everybody paid for this. I didn't pay for this.
That's true.
You paid for this.
We all paid for it. $580 whole.
That's how much it cost.
Yeah.
I almost doxed myself. Or can you afford it now?
Oh, is that the pork? Oh. How is it?
It's good. It's a little tough, but it's like flavorful.
Ah, see, because it looks like they overdid it a little.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, fuck that pork up. Oh, the egg. Oh.
The egg is really good, though.
It looks so good. I'm drooling over here.
They made up for it with the egg.
Nice. I need to figure out how to make soft-boiled eggs myself because,
Me too.
like,
maybe that's what I'll do for my cooking shrimp.
yeah, they're harder than like hard-boiled eggs to make, but like, I love runny yolk. I must confess.
Do you know, when I was originally talking about doing cooking streams, my idea was that I would stream either episodes of or the game version of
the Emiya Gohan anime,
Oh,
and then I would make the shit from the episode.
wait, I remember that.
Because I did one recipe from the manga, not on stream or anything, but like a year or two ago.
Was it good?
It was good. I did like the Japanese style hamburg steak.
Mmm,
It turned out really nice.
nice.
You see my face when I did that? I don't care. I don't fucking care. Really, I don't.
Cannot see your face if it's any consolation, but I
It
know what
is.
your face looks like
You
already.
do know what
so-
my face looks like.
Yeah.
I
Are
thought
the
there's
noodles
honestly more people that I know, that I have like emotional connections to that I don't know what they look like at this point. Then
I don't know if I've ever let you see my
I don't
face.
know. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what Mocha looks like. I don't know what
Just look-
most other VTubers look like.
I think in a way that's kind of a nice thing because I don't mind people I'm really close to seeing what I look like, but at the
Mhm.
same time it's like, wow, there's not really as much of an obligation among like people I tend to know to post their face online.
I don't do it anymore. I just don't care to. Now I just post thirst traps with the avatar.
Understandable. I mean, like, because a lot of it has to do also with like I try to be a very private person online. I try not to put anything online that would ostensibly link me to like my
A real life person who teaches at a certain school in a certain place.
Yeah. Because it would, like, beyond just doxing myself, it's also like we've gotten to the age where employers like go and look up shit on people
Yeah,
to decide whether to hire them. So I go by an alias. I never post pictures of myself online. I don't talk about my hobbies too much in real life. Nobody will ever guess. If my kids ever found my Twitch streams, I think I would die.
I can dox Corgi right now. Go on Google Image and look up Corgi.
Hey, that's sensitive information.
Look up Corgi. Google Image. Search dog. www.google.dog.
Google.dog.
Did my music stop? What happened to my music? Why did the music cut out? That's weird.
No.
www.corgi.google.gov
.edu.
.edu.
I am a scholar after all. That sounds pretentious. I don't actually go to school, so I can't call myself a scholar. I went to school, and now I don't anymore because school sucks.
You go to school every day, you just don't learn anything there.
Yeah, I don't learn anything except how much I hate being there.
Well, that's all I learned in college, to be fair.
That's
allowed to
completely-
spam for a second? You know what? I'll let you do it one time since you asked. Oh, is that what you're doing?
Hello?
Okay, that's fine. No, literally, there's like, I have dreams sometimes. Like, you know, people don't read into this. You know, like you'll have dreams and just people you know will be there or whatever. When I have dreams and like VTubers I know are in there, it's literally their avatar.
Funny.
Yeah,
That's funny as shit.
because I have no like. There's no other. There's no other. Like, I have no other mental image of these people other than what they look like as a two-dimensional fucking anime picture. And it's incredible what the mind can do to make that believable in any fucking sense in the dream.
Feels so real.
And I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. And then you're like, oh yeah, what?
Pembroke is a dog.
The dog. What the dog
The
doing?
dog. The
What?
dog is sitting here.
What the baby doing?
What the baby doing? I really hope though. I really hope that when people imagine me, they just literally think of a corgi.
Like the dog?
Yeah. That's all I need to be to people. Just a dog.
Hey, I know you've been here for a few hours.
Hmm?
I just realized that I'm using a JPEG of your old model.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure if it was intentional, but
It absolutely wasn't. You know why? It's because when we did the Witch collab, it was like, here's Corgi's link, and I was like, I don't need that because I already have Corgi's, because I had you saved in OBS.
Oh my god.
Since we collab like not irregularly, and I was like,
Right.
yeah, I don't need that, and then I didn't fucking think. I was so like busy with other stuff, I didn't think about how that's not what you look like anymore.
It's okay. There's not like huge differences as
You're just
far
wearing a
as, like-
different outfit.
Yeah, well, I got
Hey,
on my upper half, I got white bangs and a collar, and that's
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
oh, and I got fingerless gloves, but that's like mostly it.
But we could match
real
because I
difference
also.
Hmm?
We could match because I also have that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, is Mocha Sips from Tumblr.com on Twitch.com right now?
On twitch.tv.gov.edu.
Mocha
Yeah,
Sips
they're doing-
from Twitter.com.
They're doing ASMR again.
Like, wow, Mocha's doing ASMR in a way.
No
Did they-
fucking way,
Did they
right?
just start doing that?
Crazy. Well, to be fair, their last couple streams were like Arknights and Hades, so they're getting
Yeah.
back into playing actual games, but ASMR requires little of their energy, so...
I feel like if I was an ASMR streamer, it would require a lot of energy. It
Yeah.
seems so hard to me.
Yeah, I think it comes more intuitively to some people than others, but for me, like,
Yeah.
I think what would be difficult is that I find ASMR boring as shit. So, like, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to have to come up with sounds to make to activate people's, like, earworms or whatever. Like, I don't care enough about
See,
that.
I don't
to
like
do it.
regular ASMR. Like, you know, when they're like doing the popping and the whatever noises and bullshit. It doesn't do anything
yeah.
for me. I'd put up with it for the rest of the time when the streamer speaks in a pleasant tone of voice.
Right. Mocha does do a lot of chatting.
Yeah,
on
that's
this.
why I go to Mocha's. Did you know? Pirates.
I enjoy Mocha.
I enjoy Mocha. That's why I go to Hiragi's ASMRs a lot, because it's mostly just chatting in a pleasant, even tone of voice. What was that?
Yeah.
What did you make that noise for? Why did you go?
Because they have a sexy voice.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I wasn't sure what the read. I wasn't sure what the read was there.
Oh, yeah, no. I was just reflecting on the last
Yeah, we
time I
got
visited a Hiragi stream.
I haven't been in a while, actually. Jesus, Pabs, what the fuck? Hold on, let me throw this up real quick. Sorry if that.
What?
Pabs did some art. Pabs, my friend Pabs.
Oh, shit?
My favorite bag
Rice
of
art?
rice. Well, that's a little big.
Yo! With the mask and everything! No fucking way! Oh, that's cool as hell.
Pabs, that's fucking cool. I know Pabs is here right now. I'll have to say something in the server later. Fucking awesome.
Wow. The explosion in the background, too. Hog.
Pabs art dot. Hi, Pabs. Pabs, who's in the server. Pabs, who's in the stream. Pabs art
shit,
dot.
there's
Go to Pabs art. Actually, Nova, do you mind shouting out Pabs on Twitch for me? I'm like sweating because of the food.
Getting a little sweaty.
It's getting a little hot in here.
It's warming up in general.
Wait, Jay, you can do it. Jay, can you shout Pabs out? Well, you could do it because you're
It's just the command is S. It's just that's the command, and then it's just the name. Wow, it shouts out myself if I do that. That's interesting.
Odd, so I can't do it.
No, it's a mod. Only mods can do it.
Damn. I mean, that makes sense, but
Yeah, I could make you a mod.
you could.
I actually meant to like field out if people wanted to be temp mods or whatever for this specific event, because I wasn't going to depend on Nova and Jay being here the entire time, and I was like, if anybody wants to sub in to be a mod if I need mods, and then I didn't do that, like a lot of all the other things that I didn't fucking do to prep for this.
Well, you know, I also did not think to have extra mods on the scene during my Donathon, so... Granted, it is a little hard to handle everything yourself.
Yeah, well.
Have you finally settled down, Higgins?
Hi, Higgins.
He got back up on the bed. He's just looking out the window now.
Art isn't giving up fucking winning. Hi, Danny.
Oh, shoot, it's Danny!
It's Danny, my little baby brother. Danny.
Daniel in the Den, 97.
97. Because he's only 97 weeks old.
You missed the part where V went on an adventure through DoorDash to order her food.
Mm. You missed my fucking cat.
Oh yeah, Bisky! Bisky and also Moo Baby, briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Corgi Nechan, that's me.
How long do I have to eat this? Oh, I have 2 hours. Well, I have
Schedule 2 hours for your dinner?
What?
Did you schedule 2 hours for your dinner?
I scheduled 2 hours for my dinner and a model kit, actually.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Because I thought I could do both at the same time. Which probably isn't going to happen. But, the good part is that, what I have scheduled next after that is another hour of the raffle, which isn't going to take an hour because I've had no new donations since then.
Right.
Because I have more games left than people who donated, it means everybody automatically wins. So it's going to just be sort of 20 minutes of me just saying, what game do you want?
I get you.
Which is fine by me, because that means that I pretty much got 3 hours here to eat my food and build my gay little model kit.
Your gay little model kit.
I'm really tired. I'm fine. I'm fine though.
The food made you feel better?
It's making you feel better, yeah. It's like the energy hasn't come back yet though.
Right.
The egg is
Food
really
doesn't-
good. I'm not really using these chopsticks right. I kind of forgot how to use them right.
V, are you left-handed?
Oh yeah, I am.
Wow, I didn't know that about you.
Mm-hmm.
Was like seeing you eat on stream and just like noticed, oh my god, she's using her left hand.
That's why I'm so special and everybody loves me.
That's true.
You know, when I was a kid, I read a book that said that people who are left-handed are more prone to alcoholism, which isn't actually true.
Crazy.
But it's one of those. It's like bad science. It's fucking correlation without causation kind of shit.
Right.
because there's a lower population of left-handed adults, there's a higher population of those adults who are alcoholic, which has nothing to do with them being left-handed, just that it's a smaller sample size. So the bad research being left-handed makes you more likely to be this or that, but it's really just because it's a smaller sample size.
Yeah, being alcoholic actually is just a thing that people end up becoming because of circumstances in their lives or bad choices that they make. Actually,
Yeah. I chose to be left-handed.
you chose to you one day just like decided I'm gonna write and pick up everything with my left hand from now on, and then you did.
I think you can actually train young children to choose a dominant hand.
You can. You actually can also retrain yourself to like become ambidextrous or like change your dominant hand, but it's a lot harder. I say this because I knew a guy. He's an artist, and he's also well at the time he was a teenager, at least like 14 or 15. And he ended up getting carpal tunnel in his right hand, which is his dominant hand.
He was jerking off so much. Nothing. Go on.
Yeah, so he got carpal tunnel in his right hand, and so like he had to have like a splint and everything, and not use his hand.
Oh wow.
And stuff.
So
it was bad.
He trained himself to be ambidextrous?
Yeah, he trained himself to be ambidextrous by then drawing exclusively with his left hand.
Jesus.
It was literally like some of the most insane behavior I've ever seen a person do, but like hella respect, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you can I'm not really familiar with the science at this point. I'm not a Leo, I am a Virgo, but I'm on the cusp of being a Leo, so I forgive you for misremembering that. I think I'm literally like the first day of being a Virgo instead of like Leo season ends August 23rd, I think, and Virgo season begins August 24th. It's like I'm like within like 1 or 2 days of like the cutoff between the two. But I think like I don't actually remember if like dominant hand is a nature thing or a nurture thing. Like if it's just something that a child picks up on. Like if both of your parents are right-handed, you'll probably just learn to do things like that. But I don't know if it's like hardwired into you which one you pick or something.
Yeah, I cannot quite know.
My dad is left-handed, so I want to assume that's why I ended up left-handed too. But I don't really know. Like, that might be a coincidence, actually. I don't know, but like, you know, in like the olden days, like teachers and parents would like beat left-handedness out of kids.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And they would like tie left-handed children's left hands down so they'd be forced to write with their right hand and stuff.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Just because it was like deviant or whatever. Or it's because it wasn't normal. Something about the devil, I don't know, whatever, right?
It's fucked up, but also that's like the funniest possible thing to discriminate against people for.
Right? Yeah.
You'll just find any shit to demonize.
Find any old shit back then. You're definitely right, they did overdo the pork a little bit. It's still good though.
As long as it's good, that's what matters.
My review of the ramen in total is it's pretty good. The pork is a little like tough, because they must have overdid it just a little bit, and it's a little hard for me to chew with my teeth being how they are right now. But the noodles are nice. The shiitake is quite good. I like shiitake. It's very. Have you ever had shiitake? It's very sweet. Would you like mushrooms? I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms that have like texture issues.
I don't remember if I've had shiitake.
You should try sometime if you can get it in ramen. It's very sweet.
That sounds nice.
It is nice.
Because yeah, I think if it dissolved a little in the ramen, I wouldn't mind it so much. But normally I don't. I've had beef stroganoff, for example, and I don't usually eat the mushrooms in that because.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who have texture issues with food. You know, mostly people who are autistic, don't like mushrooms because of the texture. Like my fiance and their brother both hate mushrooms because they don't like the texture.
It's not. Yeah, it's not even a bad taste. It just feels weird mouthfeel.
Yeah, I get it. I like mushrooms though. So, like me and their mother-in-law are the only people in this house who eat fucking mushrooms.
That's funny.
Yeah. I love mushrooms. Like I'll eat them on pizza or like in stuff. When I lived basically alone, I mean not alone, like away from my family, I would when I would make myself like spaghetti, I would like, because I worked in a grocery store, and I would buy fresh mushrooms to cut up. With a.
It's nice.
Hey, Maru. You fucker.
Hey.
We got. Alright, now we get to buy 2 fucking plum models. And 2 video games.
Nice.
Now.
Really breaking the bank here.
Oh, speaking of the ramen, also the eggs are fucking great.
God, stop making me jealous.
These might be some of the best eggs in ramen I've had in my life, honestly. Sometimes, you know how sometimes you get a bowl of ramen and the eggs are like a little... like starchy or something? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they're just a little overdone.
I've had eggs in ramen that are hard boiled, and like it's like they're never able to get them just right and soft boiled. They have to be like kind of like
these.
It feels like they've been in the water too long, you know.
These are just right.
God.
These are just right. So I would give this bowl of ramen, let's say an 8 out of 10, taking off 2 points for the pork. This tempura is a fucking 11 out of 10. It is fresh, it is juicy, it is crispy, yet fluffy. It's buttery. It's shrimp.
Shrimp heaven now, baby.
This is the best shrimp I think I've ever had. Seriously.
Really? That good?
It's pretty This is the best shrimp tempura I've ever had.
Wow.
It's pretty fucking good. I've never had shrimp tempura this light and fluffy before.
That's pretty impressive.
It's hardly even crunchy. Like the ends are crunchy.
Right.
Like in the middle, it's just nice and squishy. And then the ends, the edges are like they put it just enough. It's fantastic. Oh yeah, you're right. I did get a second bowl for free. I don't know how that turned out because Dove is eating that. They did give me a second bowl entirely for free. So, pretty good place, I think. I've ordered from this place once or twice before since we've been here, and I think I've only ever just gotten their ramen. And it was also pretty, pretty good. I like ramen. I really like ramen. Oh, you know what? The sauce is also good because this is the the shoyu, the soy.
Oh yeah, soy sauce broth.
I've never had soy sauce broth before. It's very good.
It's good.
I mean,
yeah,
not like I've never had a ramen with a soy base. I usually either get tonkatsu or miso. Because most places I go to, that's all they even have.
Yeah, tonkotsu is my go-to, but shoyu is not half bad.
It's been 9 hours at this point.
Shit, 9.5 even.
9.5 even, yeah. I feel pretty good. I feel okay.
Good. The food made you feel better.
The food is making me feel better, yeah. Thank you for keeping me company while I try not to die. Yeah, thank you for keeping me company while I was trying not to die. I think like just being able to chat was also pretty helpful for like helping me like recenter.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I feel like if I did the last hour like alone, I probably would have given up.
No, I get that. Listen, literally sometimes just having somebody there to talk with you on stream can be the thing that motivates you to not give up.
Mm-hmm. That's why I do that's why I do the watch-alongs with Jay every week. It's not as fun if I do it by myself.
Makes sense.
I'm about to eat the last egg.
You're really digging in with the egg thing, aren't you? You're doing that to spite me.
Mm-hmm.
What if I just left right now?
What if I just left?
You.
Fuck you. You know what I think you should do?
What?
I think you should get a Corgi Fumo, like me.
You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. It looks simple enough that I think that I might even be able to draw it myself if I feel like it at some
The
point.
artist, do you know the artist on Tumblr who draws Kintoki's big fat huge titties every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do this
were
for me.
Earlier. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah. I made a post. I was like, I want fucking Fumo, and like 15 minutes later, they're like, I drew this. That's awesome.
Wow. That's awesome.
It is awesome. Let me shout them out real quick because I really like their art.
It's good art.
It's good art and his big fat titties.
You can always trust an artist who draws men's titties that big.
I think you can trust anybody who likes Kintoki.
That's true. Literally, there's nothing wrong with him.
There's literally nothing wrong with Kintoki, and he is the perfect man.
Literally.
And I think that if somebody wants to base their persona around how much they like Kintoki, I think they're right to do so.
It's true. Out of like any fake character you could like, that's like one you can't really go wrong with.
He was he was like one of my favorite guys when I played. I grailed Ryder. I never had Berserker, but I grailed Ryder.
Oh yeah. It's fitting because he's a Kamen Rider reference.
Mm-hmm. You know, he's also voiced by a Kamen Rider.
That I did not know.
Yeah, what's the name of... He's the guy who does Karna as well.
Oh!
He was one of the writers in Den-O, a pretty famous season. The reason that he's a writer is because he's a voice actor, and all of the writers in that show were all only suit characters, because they were like monsters. So that's why they had him. They had him in there as a like pretty prolific voice actor. He's also Shadow the Hedgehog in Japan.
Oh my god, that's crazy! I'm learning so much today.
Yeah, there's Oh yeah, actually, what's funny about that is the writers in Den-O are based on Japanese fairy tales, and the character who's voiced by Kintoki is Uetaros, which is based on, I guess, a kappa. I'm not actually completely sure. But there's another character called Kintaro who is based on Kintaros. Or is based on Kintoki, I mean, and he's not voiced by the same character. Like, one degree separation away from the character in Kamen Rider who is based on the same mythical figure that Kintoki is.
We almost had a perfect match.
Yes. Although I really couldn't imagine Kintoki with anybody else's voice. I think he does it very well.
Yeah, that's true. It fits him.
It fits him. It also helps that Kintoki is just like genuinely one of the best single target rider units you can get. It's like mechanically, it's pretty hard to beat Kintoki as a single target rider.
Damage.
What'd you say?
He does insane damage.
He does
like when I beat a boss,
damage.
I still take him.
If you get his Noble Phantasm and two quick cards, you can make like 60-70 stars with the right buffs. Yeah. You can easily abuse Scotty meta with him if you don't have any all-target riders like Achilles. I'm actually struggling to think about who's a better single-target attacker. I mean, other than, I guess, Quetzalcoatl and Ozzy are better buster, and Quetz is better at Buster crits.
Yeah, but I have Ozymandias, and I still take Kentucky instead.
I had Quetzalcoatl, and I would alternate between the two of them based on the setup.
Right.
I never had Ozzy, but I always liked Ketz's kit better than Ozzy's. Because of what she can, like, as a single attacker, like, as your main attacker, I think she does the job better.
Yeah, Ozzy kind of has, like, a little bit of a...
Ozzy kind of wants to be a team player, but not enough
Yeah.
to make him a support, and not quite enough to put him in that sort of, like, Caskill position where he can be both. Actually, Caskill
Right.
can't really do anything, right?
Right.
He certainly
Also,
can do DPS, right?
the way Buster Noble Phantasm multipliers are is kind of shit in general, and especially in the early game, so I think Ozzy suffered a bit from that.
Buster meta's dead.
Kinda, yeah. I've always been more of an arts meta person myself.
That's where I was when I stopped playing.
It's very fun to just be able to generate Noble Phantasms every other turn.
That's why I wanted fucking Moth so damn bad. Because I had a really good team going, in my head of Lancelot, Saber, Sherlock, and Moth. Because they could all cover each other's weaknesses. Lancelot's
Yeah.
biggest weakness is that he has 0 defensive options and a pretty small health pool, and once his skills are on cooldown, he's kind of useless. Moth can take the heat off of him, and... Ooh, who was that? Burger? Who's called Burger? Thank you so much for $20. I really like your name. Sherlock can keep the crits coming, and Moth can take the heat off of both other characters and keep generating crits as well.
Yeah.
I got distracted by Burger, but you know all this because you play the game.
I do still play the game despite everything, and I do have Mao Nobunaga at NP5 now.
I was there for that.
You were there for that.
Mm.
You saw the completion of my perfect partner.
And now you can
And-
delete.
I technically can't. I have
You
to
can-
get them to level to 120
You can delete
first.
now. I still...
That felt like an order.
I miss FGO sometimes, but not enough to, like, play it again.
Yeah, no. I feel like when you're out of the mindset of like I need to play this gacha, like you should not get back into
Yeah.
it.
Then I tried to play Arknights to, like, not really like I was craving something to fill the hole, but I was just like, literally I was like, I have nothing to do on my phone.
You got games on your phone?
No, I don't. Like, I literally don't have games on my phone, and I was like, I want to be playing something. And then I tried to play Arknights, and I didn't. It's not like I hated it like I did the first time. Like I progressed further, and I was okay with, like, I like the story, but literally I was so far out of the mindset of playing FGO that I was just like, I can't do storytelling like this anymore. The way that gacha games do storytelling with just like segmenting it super hard, and also every scene drags on for 15 years.
Right.
I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, if there was a fucking manga, I would read it. If there was a fucking novel, I would read it. If it was like anything other than like a fucking like reading tiny text for ants on my fucking iPhone, I would do it.
It's
'Cause I
getting
like-
an anime.
It is getting an anime, that's right. I can't wait to hear Arknights fans say how bad the anime butchered the game, just like FGO fans do every time FGO gets a fucking anime. But to be fair, they were right about that.
Yeah, they were kind of right about that. I don't know how Arknights anime is gonna adapt it, so like
I don't know.
it's kind of up in the air, but I think it's easy to fumble the ball the first few chapters of Arknights because they didn't get into all the nuance yet. So
I want to log in and see Liz and log out. It's exactly, I want to log in and see my favorite characters. No, I actually like the gameplay of FGO. Like, despite how frustrating it is sometimes, I felt like it was pretty, like, fun. Or, like, at least, like, kind of relaxing for me. Like, after 2 years of playing it, I got a little bored of it. But on the most part, like, I enjoyed the like minor amounts of strategy. Like you don't have to like fucking fire your brain on all 5 cylinders to get through it like you do with Arknight's levels, like that I keep hearing people talk about. Most
tap.
Most FGO chapters are pretty much just make a decent team comp, play through the game, and that's really it. Except for when FGO thinks that it needs to be harder than it is, with Lost Belt 4.
Oh man.
When they were like, what if we put you against 2 berserkers who fucking MP'd every turn? Okay. What if you didn't do that?
Yeah.
What if you didn't fucking do that? Because it sucks and it's not fun. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, I think sometimes it wants to be like hard as a fun challenge, but like it does it for the sake of being hard and not for the sake of being fun.
The problem with FGO being a challenge is that the system isn't nuanced enough to actually make that matter. It's like it's essentially rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
And there's no way to make rock paper scissors harder without like stabbing you in the fucking foot when you try to throw paper.
Yeah.
So when Lost Belt 4 or a lot of events do that now too, where like you'll try to throw paper and the game will stab you in the fucking dick and be like, this is a challenge, and you're like, oh, okay. Thank you.
With events, they're kind of rolling back the difficulty to make it friendlier for new players.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Some of the events when I left were like fucking balls hard.
Yeah.
And especially like the final, not like the final battle, but like the challenge quests. Some of that shit was genuinely just like not possible if you didn't have the right units.
Yeah.
You know, people would show you like you go on YouTube and people are like, here's how you could beat this challenge quest with 2-star units or whatever. And it's like, first of all, you're a psycho. Second of all, I know that you spent 15 hours like trying to get that right because you know that an errand crit that goes off can ruin your setup.
Also, they generally rely on having all those like unit skills and stuff leveled.
10, 10, 10, yeah.
Because most people don't fucking use those units.
Yeah. But it's
unless they're like Anderson.
You can have the best strategy in the world, but the fact of the matter is that every so often when the enemy throws rock, paper, scissors, they also unleash a fucking nuke. And there's just nothing you can do about that. There's not enough servants who negate crit chance on the enemy side that like you can really like realistically prevent like an enemy berserker from just tanking your entire life bar in one errand fucking hit.
Yeah. Get that shrimp.
I think I picked the wrong side. I
And
ate.
you bit out the wrong side?
Yeah, I ate the tail, I think.
Oh no.
I sure did. I got confused because you could see I thought this was the tail. It was not. It was still a good bite though, to be honest with you. I still enjoyed it.
As long as you're enjoying it, that's what matters.
After I just talk about FGO, I feel like I'm a fucking like war veteran. Yeah, you know,
Honestly,
back in my day, we didn't have pity rolls.
Yeah.
We still don't.
Actually, Japanese FGO does.
Well, Japanese does. We don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Do we have the 11 rolls yet?
We do. We got that last year with the anniversary, and it was literally like right after Gouda Gouda 4 first dropped, so I didn't have that when I rolled for Mao.
Oh.
Would have been so nice if I did, but...
Thank you, Lamb. I just did them specifically for the stream. Yeah, you know, I think what's really hard about being an American player of FGO, I think it breeds a lot of contempt towards DW as a whole is that you know how much better Japanese players have it than us. Like, because they get everything 2 years before we do, right? So 2 years, like whatever they're getting now, we know that we have to wait 2 years to get. And it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to play a version of the game that you know is like genuinely inferior.
It's funny too because they do give things like quality of life updates and animation updates early.
Sometimes.
But they won't give the gotcha updates.
Only sometimes, though.
Sometimes,
I
but
think
they definitely don't like giving the gotcha updates.
I think that fucking pity rolls are a QOL update, but they won't fucking give us that. But they'll give us like fucking. They'll give us Ishtar's 15th fucking animation update early.
Yeah.
Slowly falling asleep. I hope the stream is good. Thank you. Please do not feel obligated to stay up. If you are tired, please go to bed. It is. Well, actually, it's not that late here, but I'm sure it's late for you. We had a long day. Almost 10 hours now.
God damn.
But I'm not mad because I don't play FGO anymore. I'm mad because I'm still fucking waiting for literally anything at all about Extra Record. Even just like a tweet to confirm that it still fucking exists.
Please.
Anything, a release date. We don't even know what fucking platform it's coming out on.
That's right.
They didn't. They haven't specified what actual platforms it's being developed for.
They were just like, "Hey, we're making an extra remake," and then they didn't say anything about it.
They showed actual gameplay footage and like seemingly completed environments and like animations and stuff. Like everything that they showed looked pretty polished. But that was, I don't know what, 2 years ago. I mean, COVID, obviously, but like anything, like just literally just a tweet. Hey, by the way, this game still exists. We're still making it.
Right.
Can I please see Nero? No. Can I please see Archer? No. Can I see?
Please, Neo?
Can I please have some Neo? No. Play Extella again. Fuck no. I played that game. I played Extella, not a Extella record, the original Extella, front to back. And I will never do that shit again.
Wow, that bad, huh?
It's not a very good Muso. Oh shit. Yo, is that Harvester Core 69?
The robot.
Hi Harv. Hi Harv. How was your stream? What were you doing today? I didn't even get to catch what you were up to today. Let me get you a shout out. Is Wada busy with HoloLive? I don't think so. I mean, Wada's not a HoloLive. Like Wada's not. Oh, yo, you were playing Viscera Fest? How was that? Is that your first time, or have you been playing it already?
Sounds like him.
I don't think Wada is attached to HoloLive. I think she just. I mean, she made Crony, and I don't think she's really like particularly like on staff with them or anything. Maybe she's busy watching HoloLive because all her and Paco fucking tweet about now is HoloLive.
Yeah, I really love Paco drawing fan art of all of them.
It's so funny. I love Paco just being like learning fucking English to watch his fucking daughter's streams better. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. I love watching Wada retweet crony shit. It's fucking hilarious. Playing chapter 2, get your ass kicked. Nice. Hope you had fun. Extella is bad to play through, or Extra is. Yes. They're both bad.
In fact.
They're actually both some of the worst games I've ever played. Not story, fantastic. Both of them, actually. I think Extella is a good story, too. It doesn't really have the same nuance as Extra. But the scenario was written by Nasu, for the record. Extra, Fate Extra, is a PlayStation Portable RPG that is so mechanically bad that every player I've ever talked to told me to cheat. When I was given a ROM to play it completely legally on my PSP that I actually own, I was told to make adjustments to the... I'm not going to keep doing this bit. When Serenity gave me the fucking ROM to play the game, she literally linked me to a site with cheat codes that'd like immediately boost your servant to like max level and stuff. Because otherwise the game is just an unbelievable slog. Literally the gameplay is just like playing fucking rock paper scissors, but like how I was describing Fate Go as rock paper scissors, no, it's literally just rock paper scissors. It's grating.
Yeah, like you have to pick something to do and hope that your enemy doesn't counter it,
or that you counter them. It's literally rock paper scissors.
Very stupid.
It's I don't know what was preventing them from just making a turn-based fucking RPG. My theory is that they couldn't convince themselves to make a turn-based RPG where you would only have one party member, because that doesn't make sense, right?
Right.
Because like most all RPGs have a party. You're not just playing as one character.
Right.
And it's not like they could make it like a beat 'em up or like a fucking Devil May Cry game, because it was on the PSP, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
So they came up with the only workable solution I guess they could think of, and it was not a workable solution. Despite that fact, it did see a re-release and wild acclaim for the story, because the story is awesome. And CCC was never translated because it's too fucking horny. And
yeah,
that's not a joke.
It literally one of the characters has a noble phantasm that's just shoving the earth in her vagina.
When they were literally taking questions about, like when BB Games was formed or whatever, the BB Studio, the Fate, supposedly the Fate game network place, they literally were like, first of all, Extra Record is just a remake of the original. We're not including CCC content, and we can't port CCC because it's too fucking horny. It wouldn't get past like American censor boards. It's just too horny. Nasu just did whatever. It was fucking weird.
He literally just combined all his fetishes into Kiara. Like, that's what she is.
Every fucking time that people were like, Nasu didn't want to write porn in Fate Stay Night, he had to, because I'm like, okay, then explain CCC.
Yeah.
Because what happened with that one? Because he didn't. Nobody was making him do that. Nasu regretted the porn in Fate Stay Night because it was bad. And that's why they took it out. Anyway, Fate Extella is bad because it's just a really mid Muso. The gameplay is more playable, but it's just so fucking boring. As a Muso, it's dreadful. I played the whole game. There's 4 fucking routes. You have to play Tamamo, or you have to play Nero, Tamamo, Altera, and then Nero again, which is cool for me because I love Nero. You have to play 4 routes, and they're all long as fuck, and they're all dreadful to play. They are boring as fuck. The story is great, mostly. It's pretty good for the most part. Fate Extella Link, which is the 3rd game here. That's the one with Charlemagne and stuff. Don't worry, the ramen's fine. That game actually has pretty decent gameplay. It's still kind of mid for a Muso, but it's way better and it has a lot more characters than the original Extella. But the story is like kind of lame because Nasu had nothing to do with it.
Sad.
It's not like offensively bad, it's just kind of boring.
Right.
Charlemagne is a very lovely character. I really wish he was in FGO. I wanted him in FGO so bad. I like did a mock-up of his skills and stuff one time. But like,
People are theorizing that he'll be added soon because of some silhouettes that got shown.
I'm not coming back. It's too late.
No,
Y'all
I'm not saying
no, I know.
come back. I'm just saying. if he
They
comes
had their
out,
fucking
what his
chance.
skills look like.
That game came out like 4 years ago.
Wait, which game?
Excella Link. That game came out years ago.
Oh, yeah. It has
Actually,
been a
the
while.
actual Japanese release date was even further back because the port took like 2 years. Anyway,
Wow.
like, in terms of like recommendations for those games, though, like, I can't really specifically say I recommend any of them as video games unless you're like a really big Fate fan. If you want to play a good Muso, there's better, like if you want good Muso gameplay, there's better games than Fate Extella. Might I suggest Hyrule Warriors, for example, if you're looking for something on the same systems. If you're looking for a good story, I would almost honestly just consider watching the cutscenes on YouTube or something. The gameplay is such a fucking slog. Even if you're cheating, it's just boring as hell. Just
Right.
watch the cutscenes on YouTube or something. I think someone's even translated all the CCC cutscenes if you really want to see that crap. As a king, I would step on it, etc., etc. Pippin the Short? What the fuck? Fate Extella is bad gameplay, good story. Again, maybe just watch the cutscenes on YouTube or something. I wouldn't really recommend any of them unless you're like a really big Fate fan or you really love Nero. But I don't really know how you would love Nero without playing those games. Because that's the problem, right? People who don't like Nero haven't played the games that Nero's in. And that's why they don't fucking like her.
Yeah.
And they're like Nero, blah blah blah, like blatantly flanderized things that aren't true about Nero. And they'd be like, where are you fucking getting that from? And they'd be like, FGO. I'd be like, did you play the fucking games that Nero was in? No, because I don't like her. Because you didn't play the fucking games that she's been in.
The way that people will pretend to like Boudica because they hate Nero.
No, don't get me started on Boudica.
You're right. You're right. Sorry. Nero good though.
Boudica.
Boudica.
Got him.
Got him.
The only Fate games to play are the OG Stay Night and Hollow Tracks. Yeah, I mean, those are good. I mean, you should play extra. You should experience Fate Extra. I'm not necessarily saying you should sit there with a PSP and play it, but you should experience it. It's a great story. The characters are fantastic. Extella Nero. Yeah, Danny's right. Extella Nero is so romantic. It's worth it. Like, Extella is specifically for people who really, really, really like Nero. Like, really, really, really like Nero, like me. If you don't really, like, if you play Fate Extra and you're not in love with Nero, there's no point in playing Extella because there's nothing there for you. Especially if you came out of Extella thinking that your favorite was Tamamo, and especially if it was Archer, there's nothing for you. There's nothing for you there. Okay? Extella actually excludes Archer from the narrative.
That's really sad.
Poor bastard. I mean, whatever. He has his own he's an original character. He's from fucking Stay Night. He has his own thing already.
He
He doesn't
have his
need
own
any more.
There was a whole route about it. There was a whole anime about it.
You should play Extra and do the you watch the extra cutscenes so you can at least like Last Encore. I didn't finish Last Encore because it's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
If you're really starved for content, it's there, I guess. It's if you're a fan of Extra, I don't think you'd like Last Encore, and if you're not a fan of Extra, I don't know why you would watch Last Encore.
Yeah, because you won't know what the fuck is going on.
It's kind of one of those things that is specifically garnered to appeal to a certain amount of people and then doesn't actually serve them at all.
Yeah.
Because if you're Fate Extra fans, here's an anime, and you're like, wow, and it's not it has nothing to do with the themes or like characters of Fate Extra, you're like, why did you make this? Why didn't you just make a fucking adaptation?
They didn't make an adaptation for some reason, which
They
is really
made
weird.
they made like a continuation.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did you make that? I didn't ask you to do that. I wanted a fucking adaptation because Fate Extra is painful to play. There is a little Tamamo in Extella, but not enough to justify. Like, if you come out of Extra and you're like, God, I love Tamamo so much, I need more Tamamo, it's not really gonna do it for you. She plays second field to Nero in that game, like she does in most things.
Yeah. I will also say that if you like the original Fate Stay Night, you should read Hollow Ataraxia. Specifically just for Bazette Fraga McRemitz.
You
That's
should
all.
read it because it's good, and if I said it, you shouldn't read it in front of Danny, he will come kill me.
Danny and I will come kill you.
I haven't read it.
Huh?
I never read it. I haven't read it.
Oh, that's okay. But I think
Technically,
I think if you did read it, you would love Bazette.
I want to read it at some point. It's like a thing I want to do. I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't actually finished reading most of the actual visual novel, Fate Stay Night.
It is a lot of text, and I understand.
Well,
but I will say that it's worth
my
it.
problem is that I got decently far in the Fate route, and then I had to switch computers because my computer died, and so I lost the progress. And I was like, I'm not fucking doing that again.
No.
And that was like 3 years ago.
That's so sad.
I made it like halfway through the route, and then my computer died, and I had to buy a new one, and I was able to recover most but not everything. And the save data from Fate Stay Night did not make it, and so I gave up.
I would probably also give up after that. I understand.
I watched the anime though. So I know the broad strokes of what happens in the like Fate Stay Night.
Yeah. Heaven's Feel is a pretty good adaptation.
I haven't finished that actually.
It is really good. You will love Sakuramato or else.
Or L.
Or else.
I watched Emiya Gohan like 5 times, so I think I understand pretty much everything.
Emiya Gohan is all you need, actually.
Movie night, maybe. I don't know if I do that in my server. Maybe you should do that in your server sometime, Corgi.
Well, maybe we could make it like a sequential thing. Oh, maybe I can do that to celebrate getting out of this job for summer break.
Showing fucking showing Heaven's Feel to celebrate not having a job.
Listen, I have something lined up for next year, so I'm not technically jobless. I'm just taking a break for the next few months before my next job starts.
This is an Urobuchi hate zone. I don't know about you, but I hate that guy. Kind of wish he died.
He hates you too, Queen. He hates women.
He does.
He literally hates women so much it's unreal.
So much. It's so funny.
Yeah.
You know that Serenity made me watch Zero first?
Oh yeah, Mocha made me do that too.
Why? Animal.
I mean, it comes chronologically first, but after
Thematically second, though.
Yeah, I understood. Like after seeing Fate Stay Night, I was like, why did I watch this first?
Yeah.
Like, it's taking time to explain mechanics I already know, so I end up like kind of bored with some of it.
It was a different time. That was like 5 or 6 years ago. Coming off for play for years.
My
Jesus.
fucking chords.
I liked Zero the first time I watched it, and then I watched Stay Night, and then I liked Zero less. And then I watched it more. Refresh with Apocrypha. God. I liked Apocrypha. I liked the anime only because I haven't read the supposedly objectively superior novel.
It was okay.
I liked it. I liked it.
I liked Astolfo.
I
thought the end was stupid.
I mean, the ending was stupid because they just made it They just fucking made it up.
Yeah.
I liked the general themes and conflict with Sieg. Like I liked
Yeah,
it. I liked it.
People give Sieg too much heat. He's just a guy.
He's not even a guy. He's not even a person.
He's not even a person.
That's his fucking problem.
The whole thing is about, it's literally about him trying to figure out what it means to be a person. And everybody's mad at him about that.
People are like he has no fucking character or personality. I'm like, he was grown in a fucking test tube, bro.
What do you expect from him? He's learning.
Born to die, fucking servant war as a fuck.
Yeah. It literally was just his birthday. He was literally just born.
He's a little birthday boy.
He's a little birthday boy.
John is cool in Apocrypha. John is cool in sometimes in events and stuff.
She is cool sometimes, but I feel like with a lot of things that happen in FGO with like servants that have already been in other mainline series, like
They just get
FGO
flanderized to hell.
pay attention to the nuance.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little bit sad sometimes.
My favorite version of John is when she's an annoying older sister to Jalter. Like in Summer 3.
That is funny, except when they like clearly make it out to be some kind of fetish thing.
Okay, that's that's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even remember that happening, but I do believe you.
Yeah, no,
I just mean
definitely-
in Summer 3 when Jalter is like constantly pissed off at Jean for her like perceived slights that she's genuinely not making.
Yeah, it's because Jalter's insecure,
It's because
which is why we love her.
It's because she's French.
It's because she's French.
It's because she hates the French and just assumes that everything John does is a slight against humanity.
You know what? Like, I would say fair. I say that, but there are a number of French servants I actually like, so...
French fucker.
Listen, didn't I tell you the reason I got into FGO?
No.
Oh my god. So the reason that I ultimately caved and downloaded FGO was specifically because of FGO's portrayal of Napoleon.
Napoleon?
He reminded me a lot of a character from another game that I really, really like. And so I was like, oh, fuck. Fine. And so I ended up...
Napoleon big titties, bon appetit?
Yeah, Bone Up. I saw his big fat titties and was like, you know what? Okay, King.
Isn't that why Vincent likes him too?
Yeah, it's cause he's a fuckboy with titties.
He is a fuckboy with big fat old titties.
And you know what? That's okay.
Sometimes that's all you need to be as
Sometimes
a
that's all
character.
you need to be.
Motherfuckers will hate on Steve for having no personality and zero hobbies. Come on.
It's true though.
It's true though. Fucking no, Summer Jalter is great. I loved her. That Summer 3 was my favorite event before I quit. I thought it was really nice. It also had like a lot of my favorite servants in it.
That helps.
Like I was called him Archer, like I know him. Robin was there. Yeah.
My guy Robin.
BB cursed his dick.
Yep.
BB was there, who I always think is funny. Ibaraki was there, kind of.
Kind of.
Fucking MHXX was there.
God. MHXS was there, and they had a whole bit about her being Nobu's ex.
Yeah, that was good. What the fuck else was there? I think Astolfo was there for like 2 seconds. Mordred was there for like 1 second.
Yeah. Mordred was like a hotel concierge, but he was like so fucking rude all the time.
And he was hanging out with fucking
Jekyll.
Jekyll, which was weird. Oh,
Yeah,
they know each
but-
other from fucking London, right?
Yeah, it's because they were both like hanging out in London, and so they just kind of kept that.
I skipped London, so I wouldn't know. There was one good scene with Assassin Emiya when he fucking killed Blackbeard for being a pervert.
Yeah. Thank you, Kiritsugu.
Thank you, Base Kirisugu. Maybe the only time that Ilya has been in FGO and it wasn't disgusting It's like
Oh, yeah,
just her
true.
scenes when it wasn't just like blatantly disgusting.
Yeah.
It was a good event. Also, it's like it felt pretty good to play. I had fun with it. I feel like that was the last time I had fucking fun with FGO.
It's kind of sad.
And I didn't even get to
Well,
roll anybody because I was saving for mod.
That's the.
I had to
that's the
pass
sad-
up. I had to pass up on the fucking beautiful Ibaraki Lancer art.
She is very cute.
I really like her art because I like her artist. Who also did
Ah, yeah.
Cersei. Yeah.
Yeah, they do really nice, pretty
I
soft.
really like their art. Yeah.
Higgins is trying to chew my USB cables again.
No.
I don't know why he loves to eat my cords so much when he's not eating my hands.
Fiber optics.
Fiber optics. What are you looking at, dumbass?
The current event has been fun. What is the current event right now?
It's the Requiem crossover with the little guy, little boy Voyager,
Right.
little beefy man. There was one really good scene where Kentucky showed up and offered
My friend.
Voyager a shoulder ride.
My friend, my best friend.
Kentucky, our best friend.
Everyone's best friend. My platonic male best friend with huge titties.
Yes. Danny, there's like 4 days left.
Tinny.
Bro, you're 6.
Bro.
Yes, Anti-Crux lady. You can't go wrong with
Oh, I wanted her. I wanted her so bad. I was like planning ahead for her before I quit. I really liked her kit. And also she's
very
hot.
sexy. Yeah.
She's like, I think she's like Buster Crit or something. I can't remember. Or I think she's Arts Crit.
No, she's Buster Crit.
She's Buster Crit. Yeah, I really liked her kit when I was looking at it.
Understandable.
And
I
also
haven't read
her
Rolling.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her body.
her body. Her huge, large body.
Her huge large dinosaur body.
Yeah.
I would roll for her a little bit, but I'm saving for when Kama gets a rerun because Sakura Mato has a hold on me.
I had Parvati.
Ah, yes.
She was good.
Parvati.
She was fun. I liked her style. I liked her play style.
She's a very, very good farmer.
She's a good farmer. I had her like MP2, which really helped.
Yeah, I also have her NP2, and when I need Lancer farmers, she's the first one I go to.
I think I would use her in teams opposite. I didn't use her much for farming because I have MP4 Liz for that. Unless it was like difficult farming, like if it was just like daily farming, I just use Liz for that. But for like difficult story farming, I would use Parvati because she has a charge.
Danny, how are you gonna survive?
Danny, how are you gonna survive? Danny, you should
Aren't you
uninstall.
gonna try to MP5 Shiromasa? Or are you giving up on that in the wake of Oberon being a thing?
Oh shit. Can I say something? Now that this has been marinating in the sauce for like half an hour, the meat is really tender, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 9 out of 10 now.
Nice.
Because the problem with the meat being a little too hard has completely vanished at this point. You've never seen brown noodle broth? It is soy sauce. It is soy base. It is soy based. That's why it's brown.
Yeah. It's also kind of just been sitting there mixing with everything else for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, did you get it, by the way?
What'd you say?
How long ago did it arrive again? I forgot.
About an hour.
You've been sitting here eating ramen for an hour.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a little cold, but it's fine.
It's always best to eat ramen while it's hot.
I mean, to be fair, I also ate all this tempura.
True. True. Best tempura you've ever had, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know. I can't eat shrimp.
Are you allergic?
No, I don't have any food allergies. It's just bad texture. I don't like a lot of shellfish for that reason.
Do you like scallops?
Do not believe I've ever had them.
Well, you might not if you don't like shrimp. You might not like the texture, but they're really good. If you ever have a chance to sneak, like maybe just one, just try it. See if you like it.
Yeah, I'll try anything once. I mean,
They're a little. They usually are a little expensive because they're like mussel seafood. Yeah, they're like mussels, I think, or something like that.
I have had I do kind of like crab. I think crab is okay. I think lobster's overrated because lobster literally doesn't fucking taste like anything.
Lobster is overrated. Don't like the texture of scallops. Yeah, I can see how that'd be a texture issue for some people. Crab is better than scallops. You can ask me, because my dad's from Baltimore, and you can ask me, and you can ask Bree, and you can ask anybody, and they'd be like, yeah, crabs are pretty good, I guess.
That explains everything.
I'm not from Maryland, just my dad. Like I didn't live there or grow up there like Bree did. But like I like, because my dad's side of the family is from there. I like my entire childhood is rife with like going to my grandparents, and this is gonna be something that's completely foreign to people who haven't grown up with this. But like, you would just like when summers and stuff, we would just go. We'd drive up to like a crab place. I don't know what you call it, a fishery or whatever. And just get a huge bag of crabs, like a bushel or two of crabs, and then go to my grandparents and boil them, cook them, etc. And then there'd just be the whole the grandparents and their kids and then us, like the grandkids, and just like dozens of fucking crabs just all over the place, and everybody just eating crabs. Lots of Old Bay.
Did they keep them live? Wow. I know that's kind of like generally the practice, but like,
yeah, you do.
I have trouble imagining it.
You do boil the crabs. I mean, that's the crabs that are boiling. It's the boiled frog thing. You turn the heat up so they don't freak out.
Right.
I'm not sure exactly what the purpose of boiling them alive is. It's always like, it sounds fucking gruesome to boil animals alive, but like, I don't know. It's just they're crabs. I mean, they're not.
There's some kind of like,
their brains are fucking microscopic. I think it's that I think it's something to do with the quality of the meat. If they are dead first, it like decreases the quality.
Yeah, supposedly.
I mean, not all animals you can just kill and eat right there.
Right.
But you can do it with crabs, I guess. So I don't know. I've never prepared it or know much about it because I haven't even done this since I was, I don't know, 15 maybe at most. Like, because we moved away and we haven't really been able to go back and do that kind of thing.
A couple of my students, their parents are Ghanaian immigrants, and so like seafood features heavily into their diet, crab and stuff.
I wonder what
And
their crab
so
is.
they've described watching like their mothers like just pluck up crabs that are like still pinching them and like plop them in a pot. Apparently one of my students told me that her mom just keeps like crabs in like the freezer, and it just kind of makes them go to sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy to me.
It just slows them down.
Said she hated getting anything out of the freezer because she just see all the fucking crabs in there. And I'm like, I don't blame you. I was afraid of crabs as a kid. For some reason, I don't know why.
They're fucking scary looking.
They are scary looking, and I think part of it also, like, I mean, I was literally like 3 or 4 years old, but we lived in Cuba then,
Cuba.
and yeah, Cuba, and we lived like very close. We lived very close to the seaside, so like we would actually get like crabs like near our house sometimes.
Did crabs like come up and try to fuck with you?
And, well, there was one time they usually minded their business, but there was one time when there was like a blue crab like right in front of our porch.
Mhm.
And I think what freaked me out about it is that like my dad like picked up my little baby puppy body and like lowered me towards it and was like, "Oh, try to pet it, try to pet it, try to pet it," and I was like, "No, no!"
Oh, Lestat and Pabs, thank you both for hanging out. I hope you both have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, you can go ahead. I didn't want to miss them by too much.
No, that was it. He traumatized me by trying to get me to pet a
Maybe
wild
you could
blue-
take that trauma back by eating just a ton of crabs.
Well, I did try crab once when we were down there, and I haven't had it much since because I haven't really lived in the Northeast much. So
The thing about crab is that you really have to eat real crab. Imitation just isn't the same. That probably makes me sound haughty about it, but like it really is true. At least it is to me because I've been eating real crab since I was a kid. Like if I don't really like crab cakes anyway, but if I ever eat like a crab cake or something and it's like imitation crab, I'm like, this ain't it, boss.
yeah, I haven't had crab cakes, but I know that one time for the end of my Japanese class in college, my professor she brought in like a bunch of ingredients for like making our own sushi, and she had one of them was imitation crab, and I tried that and it really was not like I was like.
Was it like kind of rubbery to you?
Yeah, like
Yeah, real crab isn't like that.
It's tender. It's soft in your mouth.
Thanks for coming, Scottish Nobody. I appreciate you being here. Have a good night.
Yeah, get some good sleep.
Get some good sleep. I'm still tired, but I'm like okay.
You're more here now.
Yeah, I'm mentally alert. I'm just physically tired, which is different from before when I was physically alert, but mentally couldn't process anything.
Yeah, I get you.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this model kit. I have kept you here a lot longer than you were scheduled to be here.
Yeah, but it's okay. I had fun.
Yeah. I will release you from your bondage at this point, so you can. I guess it's a weekend, so you don't really have to go to bed.
Yeah, I will stay up and chill with you probably and stream a bit longer.
Okay.
See you build your gay little models.
Gay little bitches.
Gay little bitches. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
it was
thank you.
nice even to just sit and chat, watch you eat that delicious looking ramen that I was jealous of.
Thank you for you can come visit, and I will take you to wherever this place is.
Yay!
And I'll get you some eggs. I'm so sad that you couldn't visit before I left because we could have gotten ramen.
It literally was like a couple like weeks like that you left before I came back for vacation too. That's so sad.
It's so sad.
It's okay though. Our paths will cross again one day.
That's right.
Believe it.
Okay, I'm gonna take us to a short break, and I'm gonna let Corgi go out into. I'm gonna take them off the leash and let them go frolic in the field.
Hell yeah.
And chase like butterflies and shit. And I'm gonna like get rid of some of this food, and then when we come back, I will start making this model kit.
Pog.
So I will take us over here, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Bye everybody.
Bye everybody.